Can't tell nobody, but this will be available. But I'm gonna give y'all a special link so y'all can go back and watch it over and over again. So first I'm gonna go off because I trade off of higher time frames. So we're gonna start with the 4 hour, then we're gonna go to the 1 hour, and that's the ones I'm gonna be mainly showing y'all. So the 4 hour time frame is where I look for price to come into key areas or key zones, whatever you want to call it. These key areas are normally where I only take my positions. If it's not in that key area, I don't like to trade it at that like time, if you could say. Like I don't like to trade it if it's not in the key area for me. So we're just gonna mark up how I seen it this week to take the sell, and I think that'll be literally key. So I noticed that prices at this resistance area here. I noticed that, oh, it's not. I noticed that here you can see price had bearish momentum off of this resistance level. I was looking for price to have bearish momentum like it did before in the past at this same level. Let's say if we wanted to do like let's say if we want to do another level, if we didn't know if we wanted to take a trade off of that level, we can do this level as well. We can say down into here. This is where price had bullish momentum coming off of. So you can see price has bullish momentum here. So support and resistance. A resistance is an area where sellers are at to take price down, and then a support is where price is at and buyers want to push price up. So that's how I look at support and resistance. Sellers are in control here, and then buyers are in control down here. If price is above a resistance level, that means buyers are in control. And then if price is below a support area, that means sellers are in control. So basically, we got to this area where sellers can possibly push price down at. And all I do in these areas, so let's say if price was just like, let's just say if price was like breaking a resistance level and coming back down, I know buyers are in control since price is above this area. And I know that price can push back up from here. And all I'm looking for when price do that is bullish structure to continue to the upside. So I'm looking for on the smaller time frame, price to start building itself up for a buy. So that's all I'm looking for. I'm just gonna go back here. Before all this started, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and zoom back. Let's just zoom back, go back. All right, so price got up into here. Normally, I'm looking at the 1 hour for just after I mark up my 4 hour zones, I'm gonna go to the 1 hour and see what we have here. So first, I seen that price came down here, made this low. Now we also made this high, but price kind of didn't even really close. So I was kind of like looking at this as the resistance. So I was looking for price to close above this previous wick right here, letting me know that price is bullish above this area because price did come to here once, didn't close, but it did come to there once. And if we would have closed over this wick, I would have probably thought price was bullish and we would have continued up to the next previous resistance level, which was, I want to say it was that 800 level. It's like, oh, let me see. It's like right here. Yeah, it's like almost 13,800. I was looking for price to come up there next, or possibly all the way up to this one, which was 4K 300. But we didn't. So let's just go back to the 1 hour. We didn't do that. And I noticed how price did come down and make this low right here. So I was paying attention to this low the most because if price breaks more lows, then it's bearish. And then if price breaks more highs, then it's bullish. So like overall, let's just look at it like this. Price made highs here. Price made highs here. Once price broke above these highs, you knew that it was going to create another high, made another high here, pull back, created another high, made a whole pullback down to the support level before continuing up, breaking these highs and making a new one, pulling back, breaking this high before making a new one, pull back, breaking a high before making this low. Now I knew that since price made this low, if price was to break this low, since it can't break out of this resistance, I knew that price is going to travel back to this level or even this level first. We can say this level, then this level. So that's all I was waiting for on that. Now over time, price, I let price do its thing and I was waiting for that low to be broken. Once that low is broken, I was like, okay, I'm satisfied with this. Let me see if it closes. It did happen to close under this one. And I was like, all right, this is a possible sell setup. All I have to wait for now is a lower high or some kind of pullback before price continues any lower than this. See here. All right, now we have this low being made, this low finally established. Once it established here, I was like, okay, this is the highest point it got to. So this is clearly a resistance level. It closed all the way down here. This is a huge rejection. My first entry was here. My first entry was here. And I have my stop loss 100 points up. So I was looking for price to stay below this resistance. I was really looking at this wick over here. The reason why I was looking at this wick is because this is where price did the same thing, come up, hit in this area. I was trying to mark it, but came up into this area before having selling pressure coming all the way back down. So I was just looking for price to continue to close under this resistance level before continuing down. We already broke this low, so this is already confirming, okay, price is selling. I'm not worried if it buys all the way back up because it's closing underneath a low. So I'm not worried if it buys back up, but I have a stop loss just in case something does happen. But most of the case, it won't just break a low, close, and then just make a new high. So I wasn't really worried about that too much. And I was aiming for, let's just go back to the 4 hour. I was aiming for price to come back to this level here, where price had the bullish momentum coming up in the first place. You can even do it like right here if you want. It doesn't really matter how you mark your zones as long as you know that this is an area that price wants to get to. And I was looking for price to come all the way back down to that level we had the first time. So that was my zones. The reason I marked these zones is because this is where sellers took control to push price back down. This is where buyers took control to push price all the way back up. Sellers took control, buyers took control, sellers. Then this area was just a pullback before the breakout. Once it broke out, got to an area of sellers, same thing, same thing. So I was really aiming for this level to take profit, or if we break it, still kind of holding that trade, looking for it down here in this level. But we're just going to talk about this right now. All right, so we got those marked up, and I was looking for price to just at least stay below here. This wick here. So I was looking for price to stay below here. We broke above this level again after this. I think it's on this time frame. We broke this level because we did do some consolidating in this area right here. We did break above, but it didn't give me that closure. Let's see if it does it here again. Yeah. So right here, price did come up into this level, did not close above this wick that I was looking for it to close above. So I was still straight of holding this trade before price breaks this new low. So price has new lows down here. And then this is where my second entry came. Because most of the time I'm just really entering because, like I said, if price is breaking more lows, then most likely it's going down. And if it's breaking highs, then it's most likely going up. I'm going to show y'all another example, but for right now, we're just going to look at these lows here. Even if you was not in this position, you could have took it like this. Let me turn this on as well. So everything that's in blue is New York session. All right, so I don't want to confuse y'all, but all right, so this low that we was talking about earlier was made in New York. This low was made in New York. This is before New York, and we already closed below this previous low that's in New York. Forget everything else that's like Asian session, London session. Pay attention to what New York does. So New York, we made a low. Next New York, we made another low. And before New York opened, we was breaking this low. And you can only expect price to, once New York opens, price to pull back into this area here or this previous low. So you're expecting price to pull all the way back up into this area before continuing down. So it'll pull all the way back up before continuing down. That's what you're normally expecting because price will create that low. Let's just say this full pullback, and then New York comes for the next time go around because this was a consolidation day. But since we was already below this low, you can already expect the same thing. kind of like here as well. Try not to confuse y'all, but I'm trying to make it simple. All right, so this low is made New York. You see how price was already closed back below this low as New York open, and then we made a new low for New York before coming up here, making a pullback before making another low. That's all I was just paying attention to. So basically, just to make it another simple explanation, price closed back below here before New York open. So I was expecting bearish momentum as New York opens. So the blue starts around here. Yep, around here. We'll go to the smaller time frame so you can see it. Close back below this previous lows over here. New York comes in. Yeah, it comes back and retests. But since we're already under this low, we have more bearish structure. So I'm looking for price to continue back down. All right, let's go back to the 1 hour. All right, so now we established a new low in the market. I'll be okay with price if it comes back and makes a pullback up. So we broke this support level here. Yeah, we broke that, but possibly price could come back up here to where it broke this low and give us another retest before continuing down. Or it might just test this level before continuing down. It might just come back up into this level, this 300 level before continuing back down. Or we might just start a whole new trend, but I'm looking for either a retest up here or a retest right here before continuing down, or we can just come down if it wants to, but that'll be okay. That'll be even better. But just in all scenarios that I'll be looking for prices to make a pullback. So I wouldn't even be scared if it comes back up. I'm just looking for these areas. And whenever it touch into these areas, all I'm looking for on the smaller time frame is price coming up, and then it'll change characters back to the downside. And that's when I'm like, okay, I can either add a position. Normally I don't be scaling in anymore, but I'll add a position and let it ride back down because I know the overall trend. And then if it do come back into this area, you can play it the same way as you would play it before. So let's say it does come back into this area. Let's just say it comes back into this area. All you're looking for is price to come right back below this previous low. So it'll come all the way up like it's doing, and then follow the arrow. It'll come back down, get to like right here. And you know, once it closes back below this low, you're just looking for price to do the same momentum it did right here. And you're looking for these lows if it's already made. So basically, to simplify it, price will come back up. So let's say it comes all the way up to here. It'll come right back down, close right back below these lows, and then continue down, heading back for these lows before making a new one. So this all in total would be a lower high causing a lower low. I hope it's not too confusing. Somebody said, what are my chart settings? One sec. The chart settings are this last color, black. I've been recently deciding if I want wicks or not. I mean, but normally I have my wicks turned down, but recently I've just been doing it for the people. Usually I have all these off because I just really like the simple chart where it's nothing distracting me in a sense, but it doesn't really matter. I got these on. I turn these off because these things be annoying. Like I can't stand this. This is annoying. I can't look at this. It's annoying. Chart background white. I turn these off. These are just the prices. I turn these off. Crosshair is black. Watermark, I'll turn this on and off due to people just can't tell the time of like whatever. Yeah, and I turn all these off because this gets annoying too. I don't even use a broker on here. For the people, because I know some people, I use the trend lines. So you see these lines here, they're not the horizontal lines or the horizontal ray. Because like I don't like when the line is going like all the way across the chart. I only like it in a certain area. So I use the trend line, and when you do use the trend line, you can use arrow too, but I use trend line. And when you do, click it, and whenever you click it, press shift to keep it straight. So you see like it's gonna move in whatever direction I want it to do, just this way. So like if I want it straight, just hold shift as you do it, and it'll make it straight. Uh I don't use this, but this is for like trends. I don't use this, but this is like for trends. You can see that this is a downtrend. Hold on, let me brighten it. You can see that this is a downtrend. That's for trends. Uh, I use this, but I'm gonna talk about this in a bit. I use it. I'm just learning it honestly in my own way. I know people's gonna be like, "Hey, look at this video. Look at this video." No, I'm gonna learn it my own way. But if we was, let me just go ahead and do it like simple. I posted a chart one day of just the daily using the fib the way I'm using it. So don't tell me I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it the way I want to do it. But we came to this area that Price wants to, I guess the 618 is a great reversal area. And I was just looking at it on a daily. So that's just the way I was looking at it. But that's the one I use. I use Path highlighter just to mark up like, you know, like highs and lows, highs and lows. Circle just for the same thing. Just giving y'all everything I use. I use Curve just to like for just like the signal group, honestly. Text, you can use text, whatever you want to use, but these are just I use the trend line and the circle and arrow mainly, the rectangle for my zones. I keep that grayed out. I don't know. And then I use this as well for like how many points I'm finna capture, like how many points I'm willing to risk. For people as well, for the risk management thing, it will tell you here. So let's say this is a 1-to-1. 1-to-1s are not that good, so don't even try to get in a trade if it's 1-to-1. This is a 1-to-4. Anything you see here, just put a like say 1-to-4. You don't really got to worry about the decimal. This is a 1-to-4 trade for a buy. This is a 1-to-9, 1-to-12. And just think of it as if you was risking, let's just say you was risking $20, just times that. So a 1-to-1, you would risk $20 to make $20. That's not a good risk because it's like it's a 50-50. You don't want a 50-50 trade. You want something where it's going to be worth. So like 1-to-5. So if you're still risking $20, you will make $100. So you risk $20 to make $100. And that's just risk to reward. So I try to shoot for like 1-to-4, 1-to-5 every time. Let's just continue down. So since we know price is bearish, the only way we will know if price was bullish is if price was to come down. I mean, come up, come back down, and come back up, breaking these highs. So the more highs it break, the better for bulls, and then the more lows it breaks, the better for bears. That's just really just as simple as I can get. So right here, broke a low, broke a low. Price can do whatever here. If it comes back up, it can do that. But if it comes back down, breaking these lows again, it still has the same bearish momentum. And then if it breaks this low, then it even has way more bearish momentum. So if it does like come up here, come back down, bearish, even more bearish because it's breaking this low now. And then it'll be heading back down to here. So that's just a simple way to explain it. We can do like another chart so you can see the same thing. This is US 30. So US 30, same thing. Price made a support area here. There are price came up to this highest point, came down, made a low, fell to make a high. This is a lower high, coming down, making lows here, equal lows, some lows, but still coming down, making a low, not making any highs. So it's not breaking any highs. So right now, all we know is price has this low, and that's all we're focused on. So price still not making any new high for real, and staying kind of consolidating in this area before it breaks this low. So anything under here has bearish momentum because it's under previous lows. And just looking for price to come back down and retest here. It was making its way down here. That's just US 30, honestly, kind of volatile. So I wasn't expecting price to just go straight down. But same thing with SPX. Did the same thing, consolidated, made a low here, failed to make a new high above anything up here, came down, made another low, still not breaking any highs, and then breaking that low. So we can see price coming all the way back down to this level. Same thing with gold. Price consolidated, has some lows. We broke them, made a new low, came back. We closed the new low down here, still was good, honestly. Pulled back, and then that's when we finally broke the whole thing before continuing down, making a new low, pulling back, breaking down, making another low before continuing down. Just showing you just everything's been selling, so I can't even show like Oh, we can do this one too. We can do this one. This is the dollar. So price came up on this huge uptrend. Yeah, you can do like highs and lows here, but we just focused on this whole move that we because I didn't see any of this. So I was just paying attention to what was at. So when I seen it, it was like right around here when I seen it. I didn't take this trade because like I don't know, I don't trade this, but just looking at it overall, price had this high up here, just waiting for a break and a close above this high. You don't really have to wait for a retest because whenever price breaks above, most likely is going to continue above that anyways. So once price came above this level and we got a whole close under above it, I was seeing price to come up to this level first. Then this level next. So right now we're just seeing if price is going to continue up above this level. Because this trade is pretty much done unless it comes all the way back down to here again. So if it comes all the way back down and then continues back, we can just look for the same thing. But this trade is pretty much already taken off. So I don't like entering trades in like the midst of it. But can you speak on the retest of lows? Because sometimes breaks slightly above previous low, then continues lower. Example, wait. Can you speak on the retest of lows? Because sometimes breaks slightly above previous low, then continues lower. Can you reanalyze NAS and US30? Yeah, matter of fact, I will. Yeah, I will. So, wait, what part did you miss? Wait, did you miss something? Can you talk about market structure and the bias of trends? I think he meant like fake outs and the drops, like a fake out. How do you make it highlight sessions? So yeah, for people who don't know, like sessions here, the USD CAD fake outs normally don't happen in New York, but even I even remember this right here. This wasn't like I didn't even take this trade because I was waiting for that 4 hour to close right here, and that 4 hour, like it just for me personally, before I even take a trade, I look at multiple time frames before I even take a trade. So I gotta make sure every time frame looks at least somewhat decent. And then sometimes it be like funny thing is, sometimes I'll be in a trade where like the higher time frame is not aligned with the smaller time frame. And I'll be looking at the 15 because that's normally where I take my entries. I'll be on the 15, I'll be looking at the 1 hour, I'll be like, that don't be like for the people who like the people that I trade with in the mornings, because I trade with like a couple of friends. And we be looking at different time frames. They do not. But yeah, it's all about the higher time frame, especially the closures. But just overall, what I was gonna say is everybody was selling on this day, but I waited for that 4 hour to close and it happened to come all the way back up within that 4 hours just to wick back down. So it's just like I was really just looking at it as everything consolidating here. So I really wasn't touching it until it broke that low that it made or broke these highs. So all in honesty, I was looking for price to break above this whole box area that I had made. So it broke below here. So I was really waiting there. Can you please talk more about psychology levels? Do yours cat, fake outs, fake outs. Like, I don't understand the fake out part, but I don't understand the fake out part. I don't run into too many fake outs at all. Whoa. Where are these? All right, US CAD. I'm gonna do US CAD right quick. I'm gonna go back over NAS, but I just went over NAS. That's why I was like, I don't feel like it again. Can you talk about market structure and the bias of trends? Stop drawing on my screen, please. Market structure. Market structure I just went over, but I'll do it again since we're gonna do UCAP. Oh, I guess I already been marking up UCAP. Where can we start? Where can we start? We can just go down this way. So price came up, made this high, right? Came down, made its lows, but failed to make a new high, and then indicating that price is bearish. We could have took. So whenever you do it, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and do it like a little example. So think of it as price making this high here. Let's say it makes that high. You'll be looking for price to come back above this level. And this is just for the higher time frame right now. So let's just say this is the 1 hour. 1 hour is bullish, comes down for a pullback. You're waiting for price to break above this level here before taking an entry. Once it breaks above, it'll come back, probably give you a retest before continuing higher, doing the same thing, and then doing the same thing all the way back up. So you're either looking for that, or you're just looking for price to do this. Same thing. So price to sell, make a low, come up, have its pullback or whatever, break that low to continue down. It'll give you probably a retest and then continue down. Sometimes they might not even give you a retest sometimes. But that's just all in general, like the simple way I can explain it. Because once it breaks this low and closes under this low, it's already indicating that price is selling and going down to that area that it's going to. So that's just all. So let's just go back to what we was looking at. Let me go ahead and flip this. All right, so once price made these lows down here, kind of stayed in this area here. Once it would have broken below that area here, you would have been looking for sales all the way back down to this level here, which was a support level. Let's just go ahead and extend this here. Just go ahead and extend that. You could have been looking for it to take profits around here. Let's just say if you was looking at this low now, let's say you missed this and you was looking at this low now, you seen price coming up here, but we still have this low and no significant new high. So you don't see price coming down. I mean, coming up, making a high, pulling back and coming up and making a new high. So you're not really worried about buys until you see prices moving up and up and up from there. So right now we just see price made a low, pulled all the way back, and now we're making our way back down. Once price would have broke below these previous lows, I would have been looking for price to come down to this one now. So let's just say this level, I would have been looking for price to come down to this level. And then let's see if we got anything else. No, that's it. So yeah, so this last low is where I would have been looking for price to come back below or at actually. But since this is a smaller move, we're just gonna focus on this bigger one. So let's say if we was doing like, the buys all the way up. So price, let's just redo this. So after all that selling, we start making highs. So price has highs here. So we just have a high here. Have a high here. Price breaks above it, makes a new high. All right, now we break above it again. Now we create highs up here. Price pulls back, makes a low here, continues up, but breaks above here, makes a high, comes down, pullbacks, makes a new high, another pullback before making a new high. So overall, just breaking highs each time. Let's say we was looking for, let's just say we can use this as well. So that same support area that we had before, we can look for price to come back into that area, and then we'll be looking for this for overall the direction that price is going. All right. All right, now that's all what I see in the chart. Now let me just show you overall how I'd have been looking for an entry if we was just down here in this area. So if we was down in this area, I think UCAP moves in New York as well. So we can use this, can't we? No, it doesn't. Wait, does it? No, it doesn't. That looks like London. Yeah, I think that's London. Yeah, this is London. All right, so I trade everything in session. So don't be like, what time frame? I meant what time to trade it, because everything moves in like its session. So there's a lot of questions. So I'm gonna read these in a bit, y'all. All right, so overall, we have this high that was made. If price travels above here during its session, most likely that volume is going to continue to push it up in that direction that it's above. So if price would have closed, if London made this low and London wheels back below this previous one, know that price was going to sell no matter what. So if London made this low, and let's just say we did all this during whatever session, and then for London, we was back below this previous low, most likely it was going to retest and continue down from here. But since London came and price started pushing its way back up for bullish momentum, and we came back above here, you can only expect price to continue that bullish momentum since it's above this previous high, make one, and then for the next session, we made that pullback. And then next London session, we was above this previous high. We was even above this previous high before London came. So we was already bullish the whole time before London came, and then volume just helped it out. So volume is really your friend. It helps the moves go faster. If there's no volume, the move is going to take a little while. So that's why you probably might notice sometimes, and NAS the freaking price is going super slow, and that's because you're not trading in the right session. But let's say London comes and we create this high. Yeah, we made this high. Now we got a new high for like overall price itself. So price makes this new high. And then we go into the next London, but it's bearish this time. So you're not really worried about anything right now. So you're not worried about this thing because price made a new high. So anything that's selling is price just pulling back. So after price makes a new high, look for price to sell. And then if after price like makes a new low, you can look for price to be bullish the next time. But you're just waiting for your session to be back on that bullish trend again, and you'll be targeting price to come up to those previous highs. So as we go back over, we'll come back to London. Now you can see London, okay, we're opening up bullish. Let's just go back. Let's just go back so I can make it simple. All right. So we open up bullish for London, and now we're bullish. Now remember what happened before when we was bullish. So you can just price is most likely to come up to here. We made our pullback already, and we already have a new high. So and we're on a support level. So you can just aim for this high most likely because that's where price can possibly go. So once we already know, since we already seen the chart, we already know price comes up into this level. And we know that, okay, we got a new high now. Price closed above these previous weeks. We got a new high. I can expect some kind of sell. All right, price makes a pullback. We come in for the next session, next London session. All right, we sold off. That's okay. Now I'm just waiting for price to make its buy back up. All right, let's go here. All right. So now we have here where price started to turn bullish. This is where, honestly, this is where I'll be looking for if price was to come back up. I'll be looking for buys above here, but I'm gonna show you what it looks like on a smaller time frame for price to be even coming back up in the first place. So price makes lows down here, comes down to this area that we have previous. I want to say this is an Asian session, honestly. No, that's like the end of New York. Yeah, that's the end of New York. All right, so price comes back down to here, tests it down here. This is like almost New York session right here as well. It's like yeah, that's like pre-New York. Yeah, so comes in here, starts that. Oh yeah, because this is AUCAT. All right, so comes into this area, comes down to the support level on the 15 before continuing up. But we're looking for price to come back above this line just to be sure that price is bullish. Looking for price to come back above here, probably testing this high and probably this high. So this, if you would have got it down here off of the support, that's good. But I personally would be looking for buys back above this level just because price can come back to the support level. So once price breaks above this high, this is where I'll be looking for entry. overall, if you wanted to take price down here, you'd have been looking for price to come down to the support level and then start breaking highs on this time frame too. So just looking at it here, price comes up, makes these highs, pulls back, breaks that high, pulls back and breaks that high. So that's how you would have been looking for it. Real simple, honestly. But me personally, I'll be waiting for price to come back up into this level just because it's way safer and I can target this. I have something to target. That's just me. I like price breaking highs and lows before I even take an entry, but overall, that's just UCAT. All right, now hold up, because y'all got like 50 questions. I feel like I answered that one. German 40? I could have sworn it was 30, but if it's 40, wait, German 40? Oh, it is a German 40? There's no way. Looks the same thing as NAS, no cap. Talk more about psychology levels. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that in a sec. I mean, when waiting on lower high to form, sometimes we break above the previous lower low, but still make a lower high and continue. Yeah, because after a price, wait, you got to show me an example because after price makes a lower low, you can expect price to make another lower high. US 30 is a good example because it closed slightly above the high and it pulled back, then made a clean close. Let me see. Made a clean close above the high. Wait, you're talking about this? Wait, I gotta go back to the recent message. I'm looking at this. What session do I trade the most? I trade NAS, so I only trade New York, honestly. GJ dropped to the 15. That's what I was looking for. 15. I'll do GJ in a sec. You showed a different example earlier. Well, y'all are asking for charts. I'm trying to understand what they're talking about. Study, can you show us how you enter on lower time frames, your confluences? Which session do you trade the most? Only trade NAS. I trade NAS. Well, I'm back trading NAS. I was doing Forex pairs, but honestly, Forex is not for me. Even though I was pretty like good at the pairs, it's just not for me, bro. I'm going back to NAS. GJ. Okay, I'll do GJ. Crypto. Wait. I'll do crypto in a second. So what I was thinking for GJ is I know most people are trading it like in between here, but me personally, I don't want to trade it in between here. I want price to pick a direction that it wants to choose. I don't want to have to keep going in and out of trades. But I was just telling my academy about this trade. If you was trading it on the smallest, honestly, I don't like GJ, honestly. But we was talking about this level before it made this huge buy up, and it was back under it was like above here when we was talking about it. I was telling them how price is breaking highs. So right now on the 15, it was breaking highs and could continue higher. And we was looking for this level, then this gray level, because it's targeting highs when price is buying, it's targeting highs, not lows. So that's all we was looking for. But overall, I just don't like how GJ was looking. Because overall, it's just consolidating, honestly. It's just really consolidating. So I was looking for price to break either back below here to continue down to this level, or break above here to continue to this high. So that's all I was waiting for. Nas is good, but dang, that's crazy. Yeah, Nas is my favorite, honestly, yo. How do you enter when price comes to your zone? So we can just go back here. This is my recent entry. So the recent Instagram post, my recent entry was because price was already in this area. And this is where I was looking for selling pressure to come to. Price made a close back below here. I was like, okay, that's a low. Price came up, failed to make a high, and then closed right back below here. So I was looking for price to continue down from there since we was already in the area of resistance where sellers are at. And then I was looking for price to continue lower from here. And that's all on the 15. You can do the 5-minute too. You can do the 5-minute too. Price came down, made this low. You could have marked this if you wanted to. Could have marked this if you wanted to. Price made a low. You was looking for price to continue back below here. Price broke your low, closed back below it, and then continue down from there, making another one. Made a pullback before continuing to make another low. I feel like most of y'all like pick a time frame and y'all will stay on that time frame. And like y'all won't understand like anything else because you never look at any other time frame except for one. It's like whenever y'all like some of the questions, because I'm going through like some of these, and it's like some of these is like you won't look back like because there's like different ways you can look at it. Because I know most people will be like fake outs because I seen that one too. Like I probably think it was this one. I want to say it was probably this one. Somebody said something about a fake out. Maybe, maybe not. But somebody would have looked at this as a fake out. But overall, I was just looking at price on the 4-hour because I was already looking at price being bullish already because we already made a new high. Price pulled all the way down to here. So I was just kind of staying on the 4-hour before price was to close back below this previous low that was made here. And then that's what I was gonna look for my sell at. And I was just on the 4-hour the whole time. I didn't switch to any other time frame. German 40 looks exactly like Nash. You can just do the same thing. It's literally the same chart. It was bullish. It was a bullish example. Wait, let me go back to US Stadium. It was a bullish example. You waiting for a pull on Nash? I mean, it could pull back. It wouldn't be like it wouldn't be shocking if it does pull back. But yeah, if it happens, I'll be okay. Do Bitcoin and Ethereum. Wait, let's see what US30. You said a bullish example. Can you show us how you enter on lower time frames? I just did that. Let me do it again. All right, 15. Prices in this area where it's normally selling at. Price made a low. Wait, let me just zoom in for you so you can see. So we was in this area. Price was building up, breaking a high, making this new one. Did whatever it did here, come back up, making these highs. I was looking for price to continue down from here. Let's go back on the 1-hour. You can see that the whole time it was consolidating. Oh yeah, that's one thing I do want to explain. All right, so yeah. All right, so let's just go back. All right, so this is 9:30, right? Oh yeah, that's key. That's key. That's key. That's key. That's key. That's key. I forgot. My fault. All right, so 9:30, right? 9:30, I don't trade this. 9:30, I don't trade this. And then it's because just the volume kicks in and orders are being filled and it just goes all over the place. So 9:30, I don't trade this, right? So 12 o'clock through 2 o'clock now. I used to be on the like looking for trades at the 10 o'clock, but if I can't find a trade at 10 o'clock, so 30 minutes after close, if I can't find a trade, most likely the trade will start to begin at that 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock range. So in this area here is where I was looking for price to start making some kind of structure here. So most of the time. So let me go back. Let me see if I can do that again. So like in this area here, started that 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, through the 2 o'clock range. And this is where I'm looking for price to make some kind of movement here. Let's see if it does it here, even though this wasn't a day. But let's just say here, this is that 2 o'clock move when it started building bearish structure. But most of the time, if after 10 o'clock, if I can't find a position, I'm most likely looking for 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock to make some kind of move. I forgot to mention that, but yeah, that's key. That's really important, honestly. That's really important. Looks like NAS and US 30 is broke the uptrend last closing week, perhaps now going to start downtrending. What do you? I mean, it's going down. I mean, it's breaking lows, possibly. What do you do differently when you are trading on smaller accounts versus your normal size account? I don't do anything different, honestly. Yeah, I feel like people, I mean, their account size don't matter. It's just the trades you take. Would it be wrong to take that reversal trade, like buy on NAS on where you marked it? I mean, why wouldn't you just wait for the bigger move? But I don't know. I don't try to catch it back up because at any moment in time, since it's so like since the trend is bearish, at any moment in time, it can just shoot back down if it wanted to because it's in a bearish like stage. So I just don't try to trade against it. But for that dude who asked about the lower time frame entry thing, but let's just say this is an area after 10 o'clock, after I explained what I explained, we came around to that time frame that I was looking for, that time, that 12 to 2 o'clock, and price started building structure here. So around like 115, price started making its way down, creating a low, pulled back, failed to make a high, and then broke these lows down here. So I was looking for price to come back below here, gave us a break, got my entry off of here. Price came down, made a low, pulled back, made its lower high before continuing down, which was out of the session, but I was okay with this because price already made lows. So I was targeting here first. We got to here around after London. I happened to be like, I was asleep during all of this. I was asleep during like all of this, but I was able to catch it when price touched down to here. Once it broke and closed back below here, I was just looking for price to stay below here and then New York to finish his job. So overall, New York, once it opened, it pulled back. Not even because I did take another entry at 410. So 410 was like right here. So like right here with this alert is at 410 was right here. And then I kind of was asleep during this New York. I seen price when it was down here. And then yeah. But yeah. Just overall, I was waiting for price on the 15 to break his previous lows that it had here before continuing down. And it was all in that area. Cause like I've been noticing that too on 9-10. Sometimes they'll be doing like still be acting crazy. And then at that 12 to 2 is what they call I want to say they call it the like I forgot what it was called, but like there's opening auction and then there's like the mid auction and then there's closing auction. And like that mid auction is like when it's just straight New York volume. So if you go back on here, it's just like straight New York. So like here, you can see how everything intersects here. And then price, this is just straight New York. Once New York figure out where it wants to go. So when New York opened, it started building its way back up to this resistance level, came up into this resistance level, and then started building its way back down. So we'll just go from there. Wait, let me go back up because I missed like 50 questions. Um, GJ, please do GJ. Do you use the fib? Yeah, I just showed me using a fib. I just showed that part. Crypto charts. I've seen that like 50 times. Crypto charts. So, all right, delete it. All right, so we have Ethereum. I'm gonna go back and do this one too. We have Ethereum. It made a low here before making highs up here. So I was paying attention to this low. Once price broke below this low, I knew that we was gonna have more bearish momentum. Broke that low, got a close, made a full pullback before breaking this low. Now this one was really crucial because this is the one after price already made this one. So this is already letting me know that all right, price is bearish, and then this was confirming it. So once price broke this low, I knew that price is coming back down to this level. That's why this gray zone is here. This gray zone got tapped, broke through, retested, and made a new low. So now I don't know why this zone wasn't marked, but I had a zone here. All right, so now we have a low here. Price can make its full pullback, as you've seen before, as the arrow you've seen. Price can make a pullback up into the support level and possibly continue down back to this next low after it breaks this one right here. So that's what I was looking for on Ethereum. But I don't really trade crypto like that. It is volatile. So if it does start breaking highs back up to the upside, then that'll be okay. But most likely I'll be looking for this to happen. These steps, I think that person means didn't so from there. So do you typically set alerts when you wait for? Yeah, I set alerts a lot. I set alerts a lot. Could you go over gold and your thoughts on it for this week? Analysis for gold. Can you show us a breakdown dance? Break dance? Wait, can you show us how to break dance? Wait, what? Can you show us how to break dance? Somebody just asked me, could they learn how to break dance? I can't dance at all. So how about candles and wicks influences? Can you break dance? I'm dead. Hold up, bro. What was I finna say, bro? Do you consider candles before entering a trade like bullish or bearish engulfing? Nah. Thanks for the free session. No problem, man. People really love GJ. That's America's favorite pair. Yeah. Are you still in NAV? Yeah. Yeah, I'm still in NAV. Example. Wait, July 31st. July 31st. Bro, why I can't find it? It's right here. July 31st is an example of slightly breaking a high, pulling back halfway, then breaking. Oh, you're talking about how it slightly breaks it, makes a new high, and it pulls back. Wait, slightly halfway, then breaking by fake out. If a candle closes above the body, but below its wick. Go to the 4 hour. 31st. Slightly break it as high. Then pulls back. What do you consider a breakage structure? Slightly breaking. Wait, you was mm, this looks crazy. I'm not even gonna count. He says slightly breaking the high. Yeah, I'm looking at it. You say June. Damn, I just missed it. Yeah, you said July 31st. So July 31st started here. July 31st started here. Wait, right here. Consolidating, consolidating. Then it comes up, makes this high, makes this low. If we was looking at it like, let's just go all the way back here. He said go to the 4-hour. Slightly breaks his high. So after it makes his new high. Wait, hold up. Where's that message that she just sent? All right, slightly breaks his high. Once it makes a new high, then I'm confused. Pullbacks halfway. That's it. Pulls back halfway. Okay. Pullbacks halfway. All right. Oh, I freak out. They said I'm goaded for teaching you how to trade. They said I'm goaded for teaching you how to trade. They said I'm goaded for teaching you how to trade.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. She didn't learn anything. Well, she learned from me, but she won't let me teach her. Like,
Oh, because I can already hear it now. Oh, you only know how to trade because your boyfriend is Sai. Like,
she just watches my videos. She don't let me help her out.
oh, you only made that trade because Sai said so. Like, I can hear it now.
No, bro, she be in trades way before me, bro. Like, she don't never tell me when she's in a trade, but she be up. Like, she was in, wasn't you in that cell? She was in that cell way before us, bro.
I'm a good
She was in that cell from the top, but we're not gonna talk about that. So after the price made this high, it pulled back. Wait, after price makes a high, it pulls back and then continues higher. Wait, are you buying high and selling low? All right, so it breaks that high, pulls back on the first break. Okay, that's okay. Pulls back. And then again, when I was looking at it, I was looking at just overall price, established just consolidation. We can just do it where it started here. Looking for price either to break these lows down here. And then that high you was talking about, it could have been just like this. Wait, that's like what Nas did actually. Matter of fact, just like how I explained Nas. So if Nas was doing the same thing, I was looking for price to come back above here or back below here when it was doing that consolidation. It broke below here, made and established a low, pulled back, and then established another low under there. That's what I meant. They would end. Oh, yeah, I just read that. Yeah. Yeah, previous high. So one high was already established because after the consolidation, it made this low and it made this high. I'd have been looking for a price to either break this low or this high. Tell Shay she got to break down how she sniped you out on your own strat. Shay, they said how you better than me. They said how you trade better than me.
It's just a
That's a talent. That's crazy, bro. Bro, y'all want to know where her cell was at, bro? Y'all want to know where her cell was at? Bro, y'all, bro. Wait, your cell was like all the way up here, bro. Like right here, wasn't it? Like somewhere up in this area. And she was all the way up here. And then no, the crazy thing is she was up here. She was like in this area, and she caught this bar too, bro. Clean retest of the broken high, so would have waited on the next break. Yeah, that's usually what I do. Once it's established, like let's say if this was established, I'll say let's say this one was here, you can know that price was at least coming to here if it would have broke here. So as it was coming down, you could have been looking for price to come here and then waiting for a better break. Same thing. That's crazy. Gold breakdown, signal, but bad at English. Everything is just numbers, honestly. Yeah, you can enter if you want. Everything is in English, though. I mean, not English, but it's like numbers. She got to drop that course.
Chase by Shay.
Yeah, facts. That is true. What moves are you looking to catch today or tomorrow? I'm just, I'm just chilling, honestly. I wish next time I should do it at 6 so I can explain it as it's moving. Or I'll probably do one in the morning or like a weekday. How's that sound? I'll probably do another one of these on a weekday. Um, Trades I'm looking to catch. Still nothing really. Just still in NAS. I might even close honestly, because like I don't like because my last two entries are like at the bottom. I don't really like that. You know the number. I don't pay attention. I don't look at news. I forgot. I forgot news was a thing. I'm not even gonna cap until somebody said it the other day. I forgot news was a thing, honestly. I work from home, send a Zoom through during the day. Yeah. I think it'll be better to break down everything while it's happening. I think that'll be better for everybody. You gonna drop that course, Shay? You gonna drop that course?
No, I'll teach. It could be $100.
Damn. $1 million a month? Dang, just to learn from you is gonna be $1 million a month. I'm still on the journey. That's good. That's good. Wait, what? You already invited people? Cox, I have invited who joined already today. Possibly, possibly. They said you're the first trillionaire trader. Imagine, bro. She taxing. They said you're taxing. Bro, I'm saying, bro, like she was all the way up here. And then she was in this trade too, like, bro. And then don't be telling me at all. Like, she literally do not tell me at all. I remember one day we was going out and she hopped in a trade, and the whole time, like, I was going out just to get my mind off her trade, and she was in a trade the whole time, bro. She was in the trade the whole time and didn't tell me until she was like 100 points up.
How you be doing?
Bro, like, bro. All right. I'm gonna go back over these again just in case I missed something. Gold breakdown again. I don't even like gold. No, I'm gonna do it. Gold really consolidating his way down. I'm not even gonna hold. Let's just go back to a higher time frame, like the 4 hour. All right, so just basic price action. Price is already breaking these lows. We could look for gold to either come back into. So if gold starts to buy, we can look for price to come back up into this level to retest and come down, or we can look for this level and continue back down from there. But overall, price has already made a new low for gold, and we broke previous lows, already indicating that price is bearish. So any bullish structure that starts to be formed on like the 1 hour or lower time frames, it's just going to be price pulling back, possibly up to this level or this level. Or if it does open, it could just continue down from there. So I'll be looking for price to either come back up to here or back up to here. And if it comes up to here, you'll be looking to take a position once it breaks these lows over here. So where my arrow is at, you'll be looking for price to break that and continue back down to here. So let's just get rid of this to explain it more. So if price pulls all the way up to here, you'll be looking for price to break this low, and you'll be targeting down here first. So it'll come all the way back down to here. And then you'll be looking to hold all the way back down to here if it does. Shoot at it. Usually handle like 50 to 100. You should move on to Dubai and never pay a tax again. I'm okay with paying taxes. Do you use zigzag? I don't know what that is. Beautiful breakdown altogether. Who's that? Shay is goaded too. No, she's not, bro.
It's like, hell, stop the cow.
No, she's not good at all, bro.
Why the cow?
She catch no pips. I remember her first time trading. She's like, "Oh my god, Naz is so hard, bro."
Why did I say that?
What is the level of risk on your group? It's like 50 to 100. It just depends. Not even that. I believe the last trade we took, it was like 40 points. LOL. What time frame is best? 1 hour or 4 hour? I mean, doesn't matter, but 4 hour just to see it easily. But even if I was doing it on like the 1 hour, it still looks the same to me. So let's say if I was just doing it on the 1 hour, I could still see that this was a resistance level. But just to see it easier, you can use the 4 hour. But I can do it on a 15. Just scaling out, you can still see the same thing. You can still see that this was a resistance level. This was a low. This was lows. Still see the same thing. All right. So I'm gonna give y'all this. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. No problem. I'm trying to be active a lot more. What do you think about taking your entry on a 1 hour time frame? If you do the 1 hour time frame, I would say either lower your lot size, or even if you don't want to do that, you would have to wait for them close. Like you'll literally have to wait for the close of the 1 hour candles. You can't do anything else other than that if you're gonna do it like that. You have to wait for those closes. Don't tell anybody, but the Zoom is gonna be in the Google link. It's gonna be in my strat, and I'm gonna put it in there. Much love from Nigeria. No problem. But I'm gonna save this for y'all. Gonna get ready for the day. Well, not the day, but well, I'll be so hyped for New York to start, bro. But New York. So this week I'm gonna try to do one more or two, depending on how I feel. I'm gonna do one more during the session. So then we can just basically all go over the charts while it's moving. So it's like way better. But much love to y'all. All right, I will check my IG.